What's good, people? What is up? What is they went from the fourth level of hell and sent us down to the seventh level of hell. Why? Because then you got Kwanzaa pulling out her titties. The whore pulled out her titties. And these whore bags over here started feeling and fondling on her tits. What?
I don't have it to do with you. Girl, you can go over there, rant and rave. Girl, you can shake all your rainbow bright hair all you want, dear one. I'm not doing this. I'm not doing this with you, dear one. I'm not doing this with you, dear one. I don't have nothing to do with you, and I'm done. Baby, you can scream my name from the rooftops from now till Jesus come back. I'm done after this.
Introduced to Tick's Meat. Do you see what I see? Did y'all really hello, casting, wardrobe, y'all let him roll up out of wardrobe with these fans on, giving us all of this, thinking we were not going to see it? We have been waiting with bated breath and anticipating all season long for the slightest glimpse, and y'all just put it out there this episode in all of its magnificent glory.
Listen, that young man said, baby, you ate on this first date, you giving up the cooch on the first date, okay? Well, you gonna run me my coins. Run me my cooch or run me my coins. Run me my cooch or run me my coins. Run me my cooch or run me my coins. That's how I do this song. That is the new song. Listen, somebody need to put a beat to that. Run me my cooch or run me my coins. Run me my cooch or run me my coins. This what y'all got going on.
Called out Sandcastle. Sand, bitch. Ow. Oh my God, it was so funny, girl. Ooh, baby, listen, let me tell you something. This shit started to turn into the precursor for some gay porn. That's what I thought it was. Because Big T is getting all, the voice starting to go deeper and get a little more wet and moist and sentimental and all this shit. And it was real gay at this point. Like, I thought the bitches was supposed to, I thought Lil Bird was going to turn Big T around and do him like he did Uncle Cliff and do the grease it up with City Lou and ran right in there. It's not a coincidence that Big T started off the conversation by trying to find out if Lil Bird was fucking Mercedes, which he found out he's not. It's also not a coincidence that he would start talking about prison. Why? Because the bitches was probably fucking in prison. Uncle Cliff, you better go get your man. Big T got plans for that. Well, he had on look like something Big Bird vomited up or something like that. Like, I did not like it. That Big Bird couture he was going for, it did not work. Like the pastor of a gay mega church on Easter Sunday. Okay, it was way too much sequins. He had way too much makeup. Baby, his face looked like Yala Van Zam's neckline. Okay, just way too much makeup, clumped in everywhere on his face. Get it together, sweetheart. Like, you're a big girl, so that gives you a whole lot of canvas. So that was a whole lot of makeup, honey. Yeah. Rico looked like he was auditioning to be one of the three kings, or he was auditioning to be the main character on Jesus Christ Superstar. Girl, Wayne, did you have on a blue thong or a blue G-string or something? If you did, I want to see it. If you have my DMs, I do want to see if you have a blue thong or a blue, jock strap or something like that. I'd love to see it. Anyway, but I liked it with the turtleneck. Now, Troy.
Well, hello. I don't know what the hell is going on with my phone. I'm trying to charge you, stupid phone. You're not acting right. That's why my phone, I think it's that plug. I hope it. Act right, phone, please. Anyway, what is going on, y'all? How is everyone today? How art thou? Hello. I know I've been gone for a little minute. I didn't even anticipate being gone. I thought I was going to go live Monday. Then I ended up going out, hanging out with Scotty and Jamar. Thought I was going to be out again yesterday. Then I had some other things I had to do after work, and then ended up hanging out after I did all of that with Mitch from the Come Up New York, because he was in town. So yeah, I even got some stuff to do today as soon as I get off this live. But nevertheless, I am here. I said I can't neglect my people like this. I got to give the people, got to give them what they want, and therefore we are here. We're here. What's going on? How is everyone? Put a Shondo in the chat. Shondo to you and yours. Go ahead and put a Shondo in the chat for me. Go ahead and do your bell ringer assignment, which is for you to hit the like button or hit the do not like button or dislike button. Either one is fine. Share the video out. Tell the people that we're here. Press Shondo and all of, Put Shondo in the chat. All of that good stuff. Let me say, take attendance and say hey to y'all as we get in here. Mm. I hope that I have fixed some of my issues with my internet. If we continue to have internet issues, y'all, let me know. Oh, hold on, y'all. Mm, mm, mm. Okay. Hopefully, we should not have internet issues. Tried to get those resolved. Tried to make sure we weren't having any issues. If we are, y'all let me know. We're trying to work these things out. Then I'm gonna have to call and cuss the people out some more. Anyway, starting tomorrow, I see y'all talk about people's season. Starting tomorrow, it begins Aquarius season. So today is the last day of Capricorn season, and we are, as Capricorns, going to let you all have the astrological seasons back now that we've had a chokehold and caps lock has been on since December 22nd. So y'all can have y'all astrological seasons back after today, today being the last day of Capricorn season. And there you have it. I ain't got, listen, Mr. Pisces, I ain't got nothing to say about you Pisces people. Something just wrong with y'all in the head, but I ain't got nothing to say about y'all. Something is wrong with y'all though. Mm. We got a lot to talk about today, y'all. Hey, Lemon Kush Pepper. Hey, Tracy W. Hey, Amber. Yana. Hey, since it's a comment, I haven't seen you in a minute, sweetheart. How are you, boo? I've missed you. Mm, mm. Hey, Tanya, boo. What's good, my love? Complex 613, what's going on? Montrez, what's good, bruh? Happy birthday to your mother. The chat had me full of anxiety about child, Tracy. Child. That's how them people do. That's how they want you to be. The Beyonce people be wanting to scare you into submission. Ain't no fear in my heart. Child. Hey, Lamone, what's good? Lamone, what's good, bro? Child. Yes, happy birthday, Mama Jones. Hey, Volvo. Hey, Cookie. Texas Toy, what's good? What is up, Miss Bay thing? No Aquarius slander. I didn't say anything bad about Aquarius. We letting y'all have y'all season back starting tomorrow. I mean, I'm just saying. We told y'all Capricorn season was going all the way until February 14th. I mean, what do you want from us? What do you want from us? Let them know. Caps Lock has been on since December 22nd. Hey, China White. Hey, Ashton. Hey, Acar. Your birthday was yesterday? Well, happy belated birthday. I'm sorry I was not here on your birthday. I had intentions on going live, but mm, some things happened. Mm, someone's son got swallowed last night. So therefore, we didn't quite make it on last night. But happy belated birthday. Hey, Pinky Tiki. Hey, Tracy C. We got both double mint twins here today. So we ready to get started. Listen, how y'all want me to handle this today? Y'all want me to just jump into Final Jeopardy? Are we jumping straight into Final Jeopardy? We gonna talk about these two girls right up. Y'all want to talk about these two girls right off top, right off rip? Because we can. We can. Yeah, y'all put a good happy belated birthday to A Car. It was her birthday yesterday, so we gonna celebrate her. Let me know. Is this what we doing? We starting right off the top? Because I can start right off the top. What we doing? Y'all let me know. Straight to Final Jeopardy? Hmm? We diving right in? Are we diving right in? Y'all let me know. Put a 27 in the chat if y'all want me to start with the top stories of the day. Dragging y'all's girl Beyonce Skank and dragging y'all's girl Monique. Let me know what y'all want me to do. Cause we can make this happen. Hey Yana Boo. Mm. Not that Texas Toy says 72. mm. I do have my Black History moment for today as well. We'll save that for after the dragation of it all. Okay, so listen. Let me get Beyond Skank out the way first. It won't take me as long to unpack all that y'all got going on with Beyond Skank. So let me get her out the way. It's going to take us a little more time to unpack Monique. We'll start with Beyond Skank. So, top story of the day, Beyonce ain't shit. Full and hard stop. I'm just saying. Oh, your niece turned 2 today? Happy birthday, niecey. Y'all know they've been cutting up in the members only chat. Has been on one for the last 48 to 72 hours. Since the goddamn Super Bowl. Since Sunday, the members only chat has been on fire. They've been on one like normal. They've been on one. I'll explain to you, China White. Let me start, as I always do. And I think what gets hidden or clouded in my commentary is I always start the same way when I talk about Beyonce Skank. I always say, I acknowledge the woman is talented. The woman is one of the greatest entertainers we've seen. That is not up for debate. Up there, one of the top 10 greatest entertainers of all time. She's in the top 10 greatest entertainers of all time. Top 10. Easy. Is she in the top 5? That depends on who you ask. But top 10, I'll give her that. My lips feel some kind of way, y'all. Hold on. Hold your line. So, now, I always start my Beyonce conversation that way. I always start off acknowledging the woman is a phenomenal entertainer. She can sing. Is she the best singer in the world? No. But she definitely can sing. Her vocal skills are well enough to where it warrants her, being a artist and people buying her music. Absolutely. So that's how I always start. I also, at some time in the conversation, always talk about left to herself, she's not as bad left to herself. The thing that heightens all of the things that she does bad is you beehive people. You beehive people, magnify all of the horrible things that there is to know about this woman. It's you beehive people. Let's be clear. If y'all would just lay low, sit back, be quiet. I shouldn't say be quiet, but if y'all weren't as vitriolic to anybody that has anything to say about her, that y'all even find the slightest bit problematic, She might be all right, but that ain't the case. Hey, Sharice. So let me tell you why she ain't shit. And you Beehive people, if you're a member of the Beehive, just go ahead and exit now. Just exit now. This is where it's going to go south. Okay, just telling you, this is the timestamp in the program where it's about to go south. If you're a member of the Beehive, just exit stage left now. Take your fingers away from the keyboard because y'all get ready to type a whole bunch of shit. I'm not gonna give a damn. And the more you type, the more I'm going to have to probably go in on her. And I'm gonna try not to go in as hard on Beyonce as I probably want to in my head. But I'm just telling you, if you fall into that category where you are a staunch member of the Beehive, baby, go with God. Go exit stage left. The door is that way. I'm sorry, that way. Door is that way. All right, I will give you all a moment. Give y'all a moment to go ahead and exit stage left. Because I'm telling you, even before I say anything, this is how they're exit. They're walking out the door. The Beehive members that are leaving, this is how they're walking out the door.
Fight. I want to fight. I want to fight. I want to fight. Who want to fight? I want to fight.
Before I say a goddamn word, before I say one little word, this is how they're exiting.
Fight. I want to fight. I want to fight. I want to fight. Who want to fight? I want to fight.
That's how they're exiting right now. Hall monitors, go ahead and just escort them out now. Hall monitors, go ahead. Just help them out. Tell them to go to don't go to Miss Really B class because she don't really care for Beyonce either. Tell them to go down to no, don't go to that just tell them to go see the counselor. I'll call the counselor and tell them that they'll be down there. That's all. Just tell them to go see the counselor. I'll just call the counselor and tell them that it's some kids out my class on their way. Just don't go to Miss Really B class. She don't really like Beyonce either. So today, once again, in reference to Beyonce today. So listen. Hey, B-Lo Didi. Oh, So Jeff not even here. So Jeff said he's not even coming in here today. So Jeff said, listen, I already know how this is going down. I'm not even stepping foot in here. And that's okay. Now, here's the problem that I have Beyonce and why she ain't shit. Beyonce, you are a phenomenally intelligent young lady in terms of your business acumen. You and your team are more innately equipped than any other team of business marketers and entertainment savvy people in the world. There's not a team of people. You're going to be hard to find any team of people smarter in terms of the entertainment industry than that of Beyonce. The reason that Beyonce ain't shit is, I'm just gonna call it that is what it is. It was disrespectful for her to drop an album on Super Bowl Sunday. It was that's the long and short of it. Completely disrespectful. And I say that because Beyonce, for a lot of reasons, Beyonce and Usher are contemporaries. They came in the music business around the same time. Usher's a couple years older than Beyonce. He came out a couple years before Beyonce's. Usher's first album came out in 94. The first Destiny Skank albums, I believe, came out 97. I believe that's when the first Destiny Child single or album came out. Somewhere around 97, I believe it was. So they're a couple years apart in terms of their entrance into the music industry. They're around the same age. Usher's 45. I think Beyonce's what, 42, 41, somewhere around there. So they're around the same age. Both R&B singers, both black, both megastars in their respective, forms. Hey, Catherine Powell. So let's be clear. Let's talk as we talking to the black people today. Before we dish over to the white people, we talk about us black people. The opportunities in history for black people to even be in the Super Bowl. I ain't even talking about just halftime. I'm talking about singing the national anthem or having any parts of the Super Bowl production except for going on the field and being victims of CTE on the gridiron. Outside of that, in terms of entertainment, that was few and far between. So anytime you do get one of us that is able to have a whole halftime show, as a people, we as black people, what do? Even if you don't like football, even if you don't like sports, what every black face in America is going to do, we're going and we're going to watch the goddamn Super Bowl because we support each other, we support ourselves, and we know how few and far between those opportunities are. What we also know is what the Super Bowl can do for a person's career and how so many black artists have been robbed of the money that they should have gotten, the superstardom they should have gotten simply because they were black, and the music industry does not allow, you know, sometimes our artists to be as big as they want to, as they should be, which is why mediocre Molly Taylor Swift, is as big as she is, and there's no way she should ever be bigger than Beyonce. We all know that. However, we ain't got down to that point yet. But the reason that it was so disrespectful for Beyonce to do that, here we have Usher. Beyonce was strategic. I told you the woman is smart. The woman is strategic. The woman says, I need to capitalize. Please be clear. A lot of things were happening at the same time. You think Beyonce ain't hear that whole clip that went viral on Shannon Sharp and Chad Johnson's podcast where they were debating who brought more money to the Super Bowl, whether or not it was Taylor Swift or Beyonce? Remember that whole conversation? You think her and her team weren't paying attention to that? Because I promise you that they were. You think also that her whole team wasn't paying attention to the fact that Taylor Swift has been all over the goddamn NFL every goddamn week? She at the goddamn Kansas City Chiefs game. They paid attention to all of that. Here's where it starts to get disrespectful. Beyonce and her team knows full well everybody that falls into her category of people that look like us are going to watch this Super Bowl. Usher's in the fucking Super Bowl. Every black person known to man. Every one of them. Everyone that wants to assimilate with the black community and diaspora were watching this Super Bowl. Everyone who wants to misappropriate black culture were also watching this Super Bowl. People who had nothing to do and never even seen black music or culture or don't even care about it were watching the Super Bowl live. The halftime, the numbers say it's the highest rated Super Bowl of all time. That Super Bowl program was the highest rated television program in history, already put out there, already out there. The most eyes on any television program ever in the history of mankind happened this past Sunday. She knew that was going to happen. So what do? Instead of letting this black man have his moment, black man got the Super Bowl, earned it, should have had his maybe about, one could argue, 8 to 10 years ago, but we'll let y'all argue that. Black man out here trying to make it, finally made it, got his big one, put on a big production, said, I'm finna do my goddamn big one. And you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do my marketing shit too. So I'm gonna go and put out produce an album to go along in tandem with this. Album will pop out Friday. I'll be on the Super Bowl on Sunday. I'll announce I'm going on tour that same weekend so I can get my album sales, so I can get my tour ticket sales, so people can be excited about what I got going on, so people can be either reintroduced to Usher, reminded who Usher was, introduced to Usher for the first time, or go, oh, he can actually sing. Oh, isn't that not just all eyes? And instead of letting this man have his moment, what did Beyonce do? When the last time you seen Beyonce in a goddamn Super Bowl commercial? I'll ask that first because I don't know. Because all of y'all are scholars, y'all look up stuff. Can somebody tell me in the chat when is the last time we've seen Beyonce in a Super Bowl commercial? I will wait because I don't remember. I didn't say she wasn't in one. I'm just trying to get a timeline for the last time Beyonce was in a Super Bowl commercial. I'll wait for one of y'all to find it out for me while I sip on my soda because I know y'all got fast Google fingers. Hold on. I'm just waiting for somebody to put it in the chat for me because y'all got real fast Google fingers, especially when it comes to Beyonce. Go ahead, let me know. Mm. Oh. Mm. Mm. I don't know. Has it been 10 years? Maybe more. If she was even in one, I don't remember. I've seen every Super Bowl. I don't remember in the last 10 years of Beyonce. I could be wrong. I just don't remember. So please reference and say I never said the woman wasn't in one before. I said I just don't remember. But magically this year, you put out the commercial, which conveniently, if it was 2010, thank you, Tracy. So more than 10 years ago. I told you my people, they be on it more than 10 years ago. Thank you, Tracy. Which to me, Beyonce in 2010 is nowhere near the Beyonce that she is in 2024. We're not going to argue that. Okay. So you got Beyonce. And if I'm not mistaken, did that commercial play before or after? Somebody remind me, did the commercial with Beyonce play before halftime or after halftime? I just want to know. I'm asking before halftime or after halftime. It came after. Thank you, Darren. So you had Beyonce. This man did his big one. We are all riding the Usher train. Even if you ain't really care for Usher, when that halftime show came, everybody was team Usher. All of the white people were even tweeting good about Usher. Us black people, we were reminded about Usher. All of this stuff, we were Usher, 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 Usher. Then all of a sudden, in the middle of our Usher euphoria, we dapping him, doing he probably backstage, dapping up his crew, doing his big one. Seeing the streamings come in, people started streaming his song, be like, "Oh, bitch, I forgot about that song. Let me go stream that song again." Girl, come on, Usher. Let me go get my good ticket to the Usher concert and see how much it is. Girl, let me go get some of Usher, who came out here with his shirt off and shit. Yes. And then here come this bitch with her commercial. Then this bitch had the nerve to talk about, oh, what did she say? Oh, download music, that or whatever the fuck she said, which then was the dog whistle to the Beehive. They went to buzzing because just the fact that this woman was in a goddamn Super Bowl commercial, all of them collectively nutted in their goddamn clothes and had to end up changing their panties. And I did say panties for all members of the Beehives, because if you're in the Beehive, you don't wear boxers or boxer briefs. You all wear fucking panties. I'm just saying. Anyway. Oh, it aired in 2003. And okay. Thank you, Tracy. So she puts out a video that's coded with coded language, sending dog whistles to her Beehive. They go a buzzing. Of course, they're going, because if their queen, if their demigod gives them an order, they are going to, as she says, get information and execute. So they all go combing the internet. Oh my God, Beyonce just dropped the album. We even saw it in the members only chat. So then all conversation ceased from being about, oh, we are so proud of Usher. This is a great moment for R&B to here go fucking Beyonce. And so the whole conversation changed. Here's the deal. Here's the deal. Here, the reason that I set this up the way that I set it up was this way. I told you we started off this conversation talking about how rare it is for Black people to even get the opportunity. And we've got many more opportunities as of late than we used to even be on a platform as large as the Super Bowl, which, let's be clear, is the largest platform that you can have. The largest platform that you can have in entertainment is the goddamn Super Bowl. There's nothing larger. And as a people, as those of us who love Black music, whenever that happens, what do? We all galvanize around that person. We all say, nope, everybody else, let's stand down. Let's give this person the space and opportunity to go and do their big one. They can get all of those numbers and everything. It's kind of the same thing we do if you have a group of friends or a collective on YouTube. On YouTube, people like Really B and I, or some of us in our circle, we do as much as we can not to step on each other's toes in terms of, going live at the same time, because we know we have most of the same followers. It would be like one of us having a really, really huge interview with a big name star, and then one of us saying, "Oh, fuck you and your star. Oh, girl, I'm gonna get another artist that I'm gonna interview at the same time as your interview, and it's gonna happen at the same time. Matter of fact, I'm gonna wait till your interview starts about 15 minutes and you get in good, and then I'm gonna start mine just so I can pull numbers from yours and everybody can gravitate to me. And now your shit, people don't forgot that you were even there." That's what happened. And y'all gonna say, oh, it's just good business sense. Oh, she has a right to do what she wants. She absolutely has the right to do what she wants, but she also has a right to ridicule. She also has a right to people seeing it for what it is. What it is was you capitalize on a moment that to me should have been Usher's moment. That's the first thing. Let's just be clear. And that that makes you an ain't shit ass person, because I started off talking about they are contemporaries, they are friends, they started in this industry together. They you know what I'm saying, they went and you know got it out the dirt like everybody else. So if my friend out here been grinding all of these years, Beyonce, when you had your Super Bowl moment, we all collectively, I don't care if you like Beyonce, if you didn't like Beyonce, what do we all do in the diaspora? We all galvanize around Beyonce, say, Mama gonna have her moment. Let her have it. We here for you. We big up you, Beyonce. We let you do all of that. Ain't nobody say a word. Everybody high five you and big up to you. My thing is, you didn't have to do that on Sunday. I would have been okay if she would have said Monday, the day after. Okay, I'm gonna drop this on Monday. You know what I'm saying? At least let that man's moment breathe. Let him have a good 24 hours. Let him at least have the fucking night. He didn't even get the whole night because the members of the Beehive had lost their goddamn minds. Once again, largest television program in the history of mankind, most watched Super Bowl in the history of mankind, most watched halftime show in the history of Super Bowl halftime shows. Awesome, phenomenal, great. I first say, Beyonce, just don't take eyes off of what, just try not to be a distraction. And that's what you were, Beyonce. You're a fucking distraction. You were a fucking distraction. We don't need you to be a fucking distraction. We got fucking Taylor Swift over here being a fucking distraction for everything. And so now you're no better than Taylor Swift. You're being a fucking distraction when you don't need to be. You're a whole fucking distraction. And I don't care that people are going to say, well, Usher still did good. He did. I'm not, listen, I like Usher. I'm an Usher fan. You know what I'm saying? Usher was going to get a boost in his streams or whatever, regardless. He was on Super Bowl halftime show. Yes. But as a person that is a friend with Usher, that's your contemporary, that's somebody who came up in the industry with you. That is someone who got it out the dirt with you, that put in time, that has a catalog, that done been doing it for a long time. You didn't, that distraction, that's your friend. You don't do that to your friend. That's just a complete and utter distraction. Complete and utter distraction. And that's you trying to capitalize on someone else's moment. That's the long and short of it. That's the long and short of why you ain't shit. You just don't do that. Can you do it? Yes. But you don't just do anything just because you can, because if everybody just did something because they can, the world would be a horrible place. Sometimes just because you can do something doesn't mean that you should do something. Oh, of course, when you're an ain't shit ass person and you could give a shit, because this is what happens. Beyonce at this point is stratospheric. She's up there with has she surpassed where Usher is? Absolutely. Beyonce's higher in esteem or estimation to people than Usher is at this point. Hell, she's married to a member of the Three Comma Club. She probably will soon be a member of the Three Comma Club. So she absolutely has surpassed Usher. So, but I just would hope that she wouldn't be one of those people that, yeah, we've been friends for a long time. We started in the game, but I'm past you, so it don't really even matter, that you had something going on. If I want to do something, I'm gonna do it. Damn how you feel. Get over it. I can. Why did I do it at the same time as your Super Bowl? Because I could. That's just not the way to do shit. But that's what ain't shit ass people do. When ain't shit ass people do things that they know could hurt you or bother you or be like, really, sis, you ain't have to do that. Or when you ask them, well, why would you do that? And their answer is, I can. Because I can. That's what ain't shit ass people say. That's what ain't shit ass people do. They say dumb shit like that. I'm just saying. You say besides Kelly and Michelle, does she have friends? Baby, I don't know. She has the Beehive. I guess that's all she needs. I'm just saying. Like why would you go and announce new music right after this man, just had his big one? That's just common courtesy. That's all I'm saying. Let this man's moment breathe, have his moment. If that woman would have dropped new music on Monday, baby, I'm not even having this conversation. Go with God, Beyonce, because guess what? Usher would still be riding on the residuals of that night. You understand what I'm saying? That night, having that whole night to just really just take it all in. But I'm telling you, this is what happened. We saw it in real time in the freaking members only chat. All of my members, please tell me if I'm not lying. Members, when we were commenting on the Super Bowl, did it not happen like I said? There was Usher. We all talking about Usher, Usher, Usher. Next thing you know, Beyonce drops the dog whistle to her people. They went on the scavenger hunt. Now everybody is Beyonce dropping new music. And then they found out she did. And now all of a sudden, the whole net, there was no more. I shouldn't say there was no more Usher conversation. There were attempts to shift it back to Usher, but every time there was the attempt to do that, it all circled back to Beyonce. For good and bad reasons. For the people who were here for Beyonce, for the people who was like, damn, this bitch can't get nobody a moment. And so now we got to have a whole argument about her and why the fuck would she do that? Which further distracts from someone's moment. The members of the chat, of the members only chat, are here. We saw it in real time. You can go look at the members only chat now. And there you go, V Carter. If Usher or Rihanna, if Beyonce did a Super Bowl halftime show and Rihanna said, "Oh, by the way, my new album is dropping right now. Go download." Members of the Beehive lose their fucking mind. These same members of the Beehive that are out here doing all of that. Oh, I give you an even worse example. Imagine if Beyonce did a fucking halftime show and the first commercial after that halftime show is Taylor Swift doing a commercial and saying new album dropping right now, because you want to know what all of the buzz would have been? Taylor Swift, white America would have gravitated toward that, and there would be no more talk about Beyonce. I would argue, I can't say the same thing would happen if Rihanna did, but the same Beehive people would look at it as being completely disrespectful if Rihanna or anyone else big like that did that to Beyonce. They would be losing their collective minds. But because it's her, now it's oh, we can explain it away. Oh, well, she could do that because she can. Can't have it both ways. Right. Tracy, you did. Tracy said, Tracy was talking about the Usher album and the good songs of the Usher album. The Beehive people in the members only chat just assumed she was talking about Beyonce's new album, and that's all they wanted to talk about immediately. If Beyonce or Janet wouldn't have done that. And if they did, I would be here saying the same thing. I want to bring that point out. The difference between what some of these cult like stands and followers are today versus what some of us were like or are like that, like whatever artist, it's not cult like. Listen, if somebody, when I come up on here on this live, I don't, it's not all Mariah, Janet, or anything like that. If somebody comes in here and talks about Mariah and Janet, what do I say? She's for me. She's not for y'all. I don't care. If you don't like it, that's fine. If Mariah does something wrong, I don't try to explain away shit that she does wrong. Shit is wrong. The shit is wrong. If Janet does something wrong, I don't try to explain it away. Shit is wrong. Wrong, right is right and wrong is wrong. Period. If somebody decide they want to drag, Mariah or Janet, I don't feel any kind of way. But it's so funny that if there's any talk about Beyonce, then, oh my God, how can you talk about her like that? Oh my God. Now I can come up here and drag anybody else down. If I come up and talk about anybody else and give the same type of commentary, there's no, oh my God, how can you talk about this person like that? But magically, when it's Beyonce, there's the, oh my God, how dare you talk about her? You must really have hate in your heart for her. Oh my God. Please don't give Beyonce that much credit. Please don't give Beyonce that much credit. I hate in my heart for her. Child, girl. Usher team should know better. Why Usher team didn't sign a contract with Verizon like she? Wait, what? I don't even understand what that has to do with anything. Verizon said, "Listen, we about to make money with her voice." I don't even that. I don't even understand what that has to do with anything. Sorry, I was watching this, but I absolutely agree with you about Beyonce. I give her credit because she was smart and she took the coins. Period. That goes back to, why did you do that? Oh, because I can. And like I said earlier, If your only answer is because I can, that's not always the right. You don't always just do something because you can, because the world will be a horrible person. Hey, Spicy Original, the world will be a horrible place to be. Can she do it? She absolutely can. But that also means that we could provide commentary and tell her she ain't shit for doing it too. I'm just saying. She ain't shit. She knew exactly what she was doing. Exactly. Beyonce, and here's the thing. Beyonce is as big as you get as an artist. She ain't one of these artists out there that got to be, oh, I got to take any opportunity for money. Oh, they're giving me money. Let me go ahead and take that. She ain't in that category. She can pick and choose whatever she wants to do. She can look at something and say, yeah, I don't want to do that. Hell, Beyonce goes on years of radio silence, where she don't say a goddamn thing to nobody. Hell, it's like she's off in a cocoon somewhere and she don't have anything to say about anything. But magically, this man having his big one, and now you want to be all over a Super Bowl commercial. We just saw earlier she had a Super Bowl commercial in damn near 20 years. She hasn't had a Super Bowl commercial in damn near 20 years. Not even the years where she was doing the Super Bowl halftime did she have Super Bowl commercials. This Beehive people, let me ask a question. Because I don't, did she release music when she was on the Super Bowl? I just want to know the night she was in the Super Bowl, did her team and the smart record people and Verizon and all of those people make sure that she dropped an album that night? I don't remember. I don't know. I'm just asking. I'm waiting for the Beehive people to answer. Did she drop an album the night she was on the Super Bowl halftime show? I just want to know. I don't know. I'm asking. Because if she did, that's what you're supposed to do. That's your night. You're supposed to have that night. You're supposed to do your big one and get it all out. But I just want to know, did she drop an album the night she was on the Super Bowl halftime? When was the last? What year was Beyonce when the Super Bowl? Let me look. Let me look in the Googles. When was Beyonce in the Super Bowl? She was in the Super Bowl in February, on February 3rd, 2013. That's according to the Googles, right? All right. Let me ask, what is the release dates of all Beyonce albums? Let me ask that. All right. So, according to this, the closest thing to that Super Bowl, February 3rd, is her release of the Beyonce album, which was released December 13th, 2013. So back to my fucking point. That whore didn't even put her own fucking album out when she was in the goddamn Super Bowl. When that bitch was in the goddamn Super Bowl halftime, all of this, oh, Verizon and Beyonce and her team want to capitalize on the monies, and oh my God, it's marketing genius. And this bitch ain't even released her own fucking albums on the Super Bowl, but magically somebody else is doing it, and now your ass want to release a fucking album the day, or release singles and music and shit. Make the shit make sense. This is what I'm saying. She can pick and choose and do whatever the fuck she wants. And she purposely picked and chose to do this. And it's okay. It's okay. But you ain't shit. It's okay, Beyonce. You just ain't shit. You listen, it's okay, Beyonce. We acknowledge you ain't shit, just like we acknowledge at this point that you're bleaching. Now, I tried to be on your side, Beyonce, with this. I really did. I was not one of the people that was like, I did notice that you were a few shades lighter, but not. And then the people said, "Oh, it's the blonde hair. Oh, it's the clothes. Oh, it's the lighting. Oh, it's today is Tuesday. Oh, it's because it's the month of February." I mean, every reason to girl, you're bleaching. Girl, you might as well fly over there to Jamaica and get one of those little bleaching creams. And it's okay, baby. If you want to get light, you get lighter. You try. I listen. As much as you may want to be Taylor Swift, Beyonce, you're not gonna be Taylor Swift, honey. You always gonna be Beyonce. You can bleach your skin. You can go do all of these country albums and do cosplay as a country artist. Because let's be clear, you're not believable. Beyonce, you're not country. I don't give a shit. I don't get this cosplay that you're doing as a country artist. You would do better trying to act like do a gospel album and act like you're a gospel artist. And I know you ain't gospel because that shit will probably flop too. But you over here doing cosplay as a country girl, I just can't. And the same people over here high-fiving Beyonce, or is all about, oh my God, this is the greatest country album ever because Beyonce did it, are the same people that was dog walking K Michelle, who put out a country album, and her country album is probably more country than Beyonce's, but that's not here or there. Like, what are we doing? You lightening your skin. You try to do country. You're doing everything in your power to morph into Taylor, or to at least try to tap into Taylor's you know, cult like following. You have your own cult, Beyonce. Just be who you are. Relish in what you do, Beyonce. It's okay. But this attempt to morph into Taylor Swift, maybe you're making an attempt to get album of the year. I don't know. Beyonce, this ain't it, sweetheart. But that's just my opinion. Now, members of the Beehive, they have all of a sudden become country music fans. They don't went out and bought jeans and chaps and boots with with the spurs on the back of the boots and shit. Like, they all listen, they gonna be down to the Grand Ole Opry and shit. I'm just saying, girl, I don't even understand it. She'll be singing opera next album is gonna be next release is gonna be opera. She gonna tap into that mark. I don't know. I don't know. If you don't see this as her attempt to take or to tap into Taylor Swift's fan base, you're reaching. You're reaching. If you don't acknowledge that, you're reaching. If you don't acknowledge that, you're reaching. Like, you are just absolved from reality. I mean, Beyonce is as much country music as Beyonce being a country music artist is as believable as me being a straight porn star and having sex with all of the cooter all over the place. Like, that's how believable that is. But we'll let her cosplay. She's trying to tap into that market. She's also bleaching. I mean, it is. She's also bleaching. She's bleaching. She's trying to tap into the white market more, I should say. Right-wing country music fans don't, but right-wing country fan daughters do. And that's all they care about. So right wing country music fans' daughters will absolutely be here for it. So that's why I say she's trying to tap into that market because those little girls that wear the little sequins that go out there to the country, to the Taylor Swift concerts, a lot of their parents listen to the country. It's strategic. Y'all just told me the woman is a marketing genius, and there's that. Let me get off of Beyonce. That's not our top story of the day. She is one of our top stories of the day. Let me not diminish her because y'all might drag me for not calling her the top story of the day. So let me transition from Beyonce. The woman ain't shit. She purposely released that album on the day that that young man Usher was doing his halftime, so she could make sure she capitalized on all of those eyeballs that were looking at that young man. The bitch ain't shit. She ain't shit. Beyonce 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 ain't shit. Oh, I'm sorry. Boom. I just lost about 135 subscribers right there. These things happen. Anyway, wait, what you said, Tracy? I'm ignoring your comment. I ain't even see your comment, girl. Yeah. Well, I can see you doing straight porn, but that's just because I can see you doing all porn. I could be a porn star, but me doing straight porn just don't make sense. She always been fair skinned. She looks just like her mom. Child. The Hive is going to have their work cut out for them getting the mass amount of country radio stations to play her songs. Darius Rucker and other black artists had to fight. Child. I, I understand. Heck go to Beehive people, so she can't expand. Sure, expand to what? Expand your vocals, ma'am. Lord, what was all of this expansion where the people like the K Michelle's just said that they wanted to do country, and y'all looked at that woman and said she had lost her mind and she was delusional. I'm just saying. You want to do one country song? Go ahead. You talk about you do a whole app. Moving on. The next ain't shit person of the day, of course, is Monique. They trying to make Jack Harlow and Post Malone the faces of R&B and hip hop. So, well, then there's that. Yes, Abby, I think we're transitioning. We've been 58 minutes on Beyonce, and I think we've done what we needed. Pinky Tiki, that makes way too much sense. But then that would mean that she would actually have to expand herself vocally. And dare she expand her range vocally? She goes and do country. Shut up, L Teddy. Just shut up. Anyway, moving on. I mean, because if we're being honest, 2024 gospel music is 1994 R&B. And what was gospel music in 1994 just doesn't exist anymore. But then there's that. I mean, R&B today, those girls are just yinging around the house. They ain't really singing like that. So let's talk about Monique. that man, her husband, who ain't shit, and then her son Shalon. So I posted the video yesterday, giving my commentary on her son's video. Then Monique came out. Excuse me. Monique came out and did her, "Hey baby, oh," and then she shut the fuck up and let her husband sit up there and do all of the talking. Now you started, so let me, and then so I'm gonna get okay. So let me give you the timeline. So we had the Club Shay Shay. Monique absolutely referenced her son in that Club Shay Shay video. Son said, "Listen, I don't need no false narratives. I need to put my own words out. You getting your doing your big one and telling people how you feel. Let me go on my TikTok and tell the people how I feel and give my own truth to the matter and clear up some things." And then you had Monique who responded. Well, she ain't respond. She sat there, shut the fuck up, and let that basehead ass husband of hers respond. Then Shalon came back and said, "Listen, I'm making a video. I ain't doing nothing. This gonna be my last video on it. I don't have it to do with these people, and I'm done after this." After which, Monique then goes on social media and starts posting private text messages between her and her son all over social media. Now, this woman wants us to believe that the only reason people think she's difficult is because of Tyler Perry and or Oprah, but yet everything we are seeing in real time about you shows that you probably are difficult. You even told us that you're difficult. First of all, ma'am, for all it is, "Hey baby, hello my love, hello my sweeties," bitch, you ain't shit. You ain't shit. Because at the moment that your son had to come on social media, that first video he put up was to basically say, "Hey, please stop talking about me. Let's not do this. Let's just keep me out of it. If you want to go over there, ma'am, go over there and do that. Just keep me out of your conversation. I'm grown, you grown. We here. Let's keep my name out of it." She then wanted to keep going back and forth. And I'm pretty sure it wasn't her. I'm sure it was that raggedy ass husband of hers. Because let me tell you the shit that pissed me off. Her response would have, listen, if I was her son, listen, he did way better than me. He was much more measured than me. He was much more uh, uh, um, calm than me. His decorum was very mild mannered and easygoing. Because let me tell you something. After that video that she sat there next to her husband and allowed him to do and say about that boy, I would have clicked the button, and dog walked uh, my mama and that man if I was him. The first part that pissed me the hell off is why for is this a situation where the young man specifically was talking to his mother, and y'all click the button, you Monique and this man, to make this video, and you start off saying that we're going to talk about or give a response to my son, and then you ceremoniously sit back and go, "Okay, you got it." Wait, what? Wait, what? And you let this man run the show. Ma'am, this is a conversation between you and your son. That man over there ain't the daddy. You the mama. And the problem is you, because you went on Shannon Sharp show by yourself. You brought that boy up by yourself. And yet, when he came and gave a response, now it's oh, well, um, and now there's this man. That wasn't his place. That was not his place. And then, and then the worst part of it, the worst part of that interview, or not interview, of that live, is when y'all had the audacity to call out the fact that he has mental illness, as if y'all were discrediting what he was saying, as if to act like he was having some type of mental episode, and y'all should know that he has people with mental illness, sometimes. That to me would have sent me over the top. Let me tell y'all something. That one comment right there would have sent me into over. Baby, I would have came on and gave her everything she was worth. Baby, she would have been everything but a child of God. I'm telling you, her and that man would have, because that to me, and the thing about it, the fact that you as a mother would sit there and let that man go onto Al Gore's good internet and put that out there about your child, as if to make it as if even if he does have some some mental illness, or has some situations, but for you to let him just gratuitously put that out there, so it's to cast doubt on the credibility or validity of what he's saying, as if he's some going through some type of mental psychosis, and we should not believe what he's saying. That shows me all I need to know about who you are as a mother, and how this whole thing has played out. Monique, in real time, you have showed us that when you were playing that character in Precious, it was not a stretch or a reach for you to go down that road. That the more you talk, the more you come out here, the more we see you're more like it wasn't a far stretch for you to dive into that character from the movie Precious. I'm just telling you. Like, you ain't shit. Then, right, Mr. Pisces, they started talking about white people. I don't even know whether white people even got introduced to this. All of this, why y'all telling us to talk right in front of the white people? How did the white people even get here? How do we even? I don't understand. Because last time I checked, the only producers and people that she cared about apparently was Oprah and Tyler, because those are the only producers that she ever mentions, Oprah and Tyler. So how we got to the white people, I have no fucking idea. I have no fucking idea how we got there. Then Sydney started talking about, because I have to address Stephen A. Smith, because sometimes a man should not, a woman shouldn't have to address a man when a man comes at a woman, as if to say that a man should not, be addressing a woman or have anything bad to say about a woman. And then 2 minutes later, this man is dog walking Oprah. So it's okay for a man to go in on a woman if the woman is Oprah and you're the man, but it's not okay if the woman is Monique and the man is Stephen A. Smith. Right, wrong, or in between. I'm just trying to make sure I understand. A mess. And then for this woman to then put all of these text messages from 2 or 3 years ago, as if to show us, see, I'm not a bad mother. No, you're not. Ma'am, you showed us excerpts of text messages from years ago. You didn't show us full out conversations. You showed us conveniently, let me cut and paste this one little part where I was nice to him. Let me cut and paste this other little part. Monique, you're not helping. As far as I know, see, and as far as I know, your problem is the fact that You started off being a narcissistic, anthropomorphic person who did not take and rear your child as you probably should have. Then you went and got married, and all of that attention that you always cast on yourself and your narcissism then got transferred to that raggedy ass man that you married. So now still there's no room for anybody else. So before you married him, there was no room for anybody else because all you cared about was your goddamn self. You didn't even care about your goddamn child. Then you got married to this man who groomed you, not raised you. The correct term is groomed you. You let this man groom you. And now, once again, there's no room for anybody else, not even yourself, because it's all about him. You are a sad, sad woman. She's a sad woman. Like, I just I don't I can't even say I don't understand it because I do understand it. This is someone who has a shattered sense of self-worth, but will project as if, oh, I have it together. Oh, I love you all. Oh, you're projecting, ma'am. And the son said point blank, leave me out of it. I don't want nothing to do with it. And you keep everything is not worth a clicking of you. At some point, and you talked about on Shannon Sharp's interview, because one of the first questions he asked her was, why does she put a hyphen or I'm sorry, an apostrophe in the middle of her name? And she says, oh, that's the stage Monique, but the real Monique don't have that name apostrophe. When are you going to go back to being the Monique without the apostrophe? Or when are you ever going to learn to be the Monique without the apostrophe? Because the way that you're even handling your son, you're still trying to be on stage putting on. You're still trying to put on for the cameras. You're still as much as she talks about, I don't have to audition for roles. I don't, as you know who I am, I don't have to audition. Every time she sits down, it's like she's trying to audition for something or trying to make us believe something. And the more you try to make us believe that thing, the more we don't believe it. The more you try to make us feel like you're not problematic, the more you seem problematic. The more you try to make us believe you're this loving person, and I love everybody. The more we know that that ain't shit. It's fucking bullshit. We could even see in the goddamn text message how you even respond. I, even how she responds with the, hey, my sweet baby. What are you doing, mama? We having a conversation. Just fucking just, hey, my sweet baby. We having a conversation. I don't need all of this. Hey, my sweet baby. Ma, it's me. What are you doing? Ain't no cameras on. We texting. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like when company comes over and your parents talk different, they move different, they try to, do all of these new things, and you as the child is looking at your parents like, the fuck is wrong with this motherfucker? They'll never do this shit. But they give you that look like, bitch, I dare you to act like we don't do this. Your parent be trying to put on for the guests, and they give you that look when the guests they looking like, bitch, I dare you to act like this ain't normal. You know what I'm saying? That's how she is. And her son is old enough now. He like, bitch, I'm in my 30s. I'm not playing this game with you. I'm not playing this game with you. You know what it is, and I know what it is. The fact that she let her raggedy ass husband sit out there and throw out there, oh, we did this for you. Oh, we did that for you. That's not how this works. That's not how any of this works. And as a mother, hey Ravine, what's going on? And as a mother, for you to sit there and let this man, first of all, this should have been a private conversation. At the moment that her son made that first video, she should have picked up the phone and said, son, I hear you. I won't speak on you anymore. And when and if you're ready to talk or maybe, have a conversation, I'm open and I'm willing to do that. And I'll refrain from talking to from mentioning you anymore. My bad. I apologize for that. Because she want everybody else to give her public apologies, but she ain't willing to take responsibility for the shit that she does because she don't owe an apology to nobody. Her husband said it on the goddamn video, on the response to the Sun video. Well, why would we need to give an apology when we have never done anything wrong? Bitch, what? The people are fucking delusional. Right. She's not going to take any responsibility for anything. I did say I was going, if in case anybody wants to come and talk to me or add to the commentary, I will put the link in the chat. This might be scary. God, no Beyonce people gonna come up here and try to yell at me, and I'm gonna let them. But still, dear God. Anyway, but no, stuff like that. Like, to me, it was bad enough with that video that she made with her husband, but when she put those text messages out on social media, that shit was vile. That shit was vile. Cause she was like, does this look like do these text messages look like a mother? Baby, we're not that doesn't love her child. We're not the ones that you have to convince, sweetheart. We're not your children. I know you want to call everybody, hey, my babies. Hello, my love. Hey, my babies. We're not your children. We're not your babies. Your actual baby is the one who you need to be having a conversation with, not us. And he wants no parts of you. None. A mess. She's vile. She's vile. No, Abby, and that's what I'm saying. She in a text message, hey, my sweet baby. We texted. What is this? Hey, my sweet baby. Mom, what are you doing? Mom, what are you talking about? You missed out on all of those, hey, my sweet baby days when they 2 years old and all of that. When they're an infant and you holding them and they're 2 years old. Hey, my sweet baby. Oh, hey, my love. Baby, you missed out on those times. Gone. No more. It is a case study, Lamone. Like I said this when I talked about her the last time. The biggest crime of well, I shouldn't say the biggest crime of humanity, but a great crime in humanity right now is the fact that there is no couch that she is winning saddle on. Like, this woman at this point is a whole wet dream for a psychiatrist. She's a psychiatrist's wet dream. Oh, Jesus God. But let her tell it. The only therapist she needs is that raggedy ass, basehead ass husband sitting next to her. And that basehead ass husband is the real, it ain't Tyler Perry, it ain't Oprah. The real reason you have failed relationships with in the entertainment industry, you have failed relationships with your own child, is that man sitting next to you. And I said on my video yesterday, when we really get down to it, it ain't even that man sitting next to it. The real root of the problem is her. She's the real root of the problem. She's the one who allows that man to do these types of things. She's the one who clicked the button yesterday and then started the video, and then 30 seconds in, sat back and let that man say all of these things out there. She just sat back and stayed the fuck quiet and did like this. Mm-hmm. Okay. Uh-huh. Every couple of seconds, because you the A-man corner. Exactly, Ed, because I don't even know if I got screenshots from 3 months ago, but you got screenshots from 3 years ago. Like, I wish my mama was sitting over here talking about she done screenshot all my doggone text messages. Baby, the way I go in and let have. When I saw that that woman had put text messages, who does that? Like, what mother, even in your anger, even when you are a celebrity, is saying, "Oh yeah, let me go ahead and put the text messages between me and my child on fucking social media." That shit is fucking vile. And you think that there's some facsimile of a chance that that's supposed to help mend this relationship? To me, what that says to me, if I'm her son, is you like, and he said it. He said, "Don't come out here and act like you want to make this relationship better because you don't." And we see this in real time. Hey, Shawnette, what's going on? We see this in real time. Exactly what he said about you. You are proving everything he said to be right. Everything. Girl. Once again, why would anybody want to work with you? If you keeping text messages from your son from 3 years ago, locked, loaded, and ready to unsheath to the world, what the fuck you think we think you gonna do to our asses? That's the young man who you pushed out of your birth canal, went through labor for, and you would do that to your child, and we're supposed to think magically that you're not difficult to work with. We see it in real time. Listen, I think, and if the I don't know the man to know whether or not that young man does have um eh, mental health issues or whatnot. But in order to have mental health issues, you have to clearly be diagnosed, which means that you went and sought help from somebody who's credentialed in the area of mental health to make that diagnosis. I say that to say this: him being diagnosed might have been the best thing for him, because that means he can actually go and sit down with somebody and unpack everything that's going on. Because I can see that as a child, you wasn't it, sweetheart. I don't even want to. I would hate for that young man to really start to really unpack all of the things that he probably experienced. That's why I say you are much closer to the character that you played in the movie Precious than you'd like to put on. It wasn't a big leap for us to believe that you could channel that mother from the movie Precious. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. That's why she's in the thumbnail that way, because that's what you look like. It's exactly what you look like. Hey, Harold, is the coast clear for what? Harold, I did a whole Beyonce ain't shit song. We did a whole song about Beyonce not being shit. But we've already passed that. That's what I said earlier, Sean. I said that's vile for them to say that he had mental health issues. That's vile. That that was the most disgusting thing to me, for them to say that. For them to put that, for her to sit there, sit next to that man, and let that man say that about her son, so as to make everybody look at her son as if he was fucking crazy, or as if he's having mental deranged issues at the time. Bitch, you're vile, and your raggedy ass basehead ass husband is vile. Hey, Quintessential, what's good, my love? Listen, why would anybody want to work with you now? Everybody, you told us all of the people who helped you out, and everybody who's helped you out, you done dog walked all of those people. So I'm just saying. Dollface 2905. We ain't even talking about Beyonce anymore. We done moved on from Beyonce. And here you go in the comment section. Let it go. We've moved on. Beyonce is not the topic of conversation anymore, sweetheart. Now, if you want, I can go back. But we done moved on. Can we move on? Let it go. Dollface, dear one, doll baby, love bug, sweetie, snickums. Girl, we ain't even talking about Beyonce right now. Right, exactly. I mean, Lord, Jesus. Anyway, Dollface, the woman says she ain't got to promote no goddamn comedy show. Is it in her contract to promote the comedy show? Because if it ain't in her contract, she ain't promoting it. That's why she ain't saying shit about it. She don't give a shit if you come or not, because all she cares about is what you paid her up front and what's in her contract. Her words, not mine. Not she's channeling Nikki Parker chasing down the Professor Ogilvy. Hear that nigga. Ow! Ciao. But yes, Monique. I just want you to know you ain't shit. Your husband ain't shit. And I don't understand why anybody would want to work with you. That's it. That's it. Before I forget, let me get to my Black History moment of the day. Are y'all ready for our Black History moment of the day? Let me not forget our Black History moment of the day. Our Black History, our person in Black History today is the great, we got some Black girl magic here. Excuse me, the great Valerie Thomas. She is an American scientist, and she is the inventor who patented the illusion transmitter in 1980. After seeing an illusion that involved concave mirrors and light bulbs in a museum, she became curious about how she might be able how she might, apply concave mirrors to her work at NASA. Her invention, the illusion transmitter, grew out of her experimentation with concave mirrors. You could call it early 3D technology. Her invention transmits an optical illusion of a 3D image between concave mirrors that looks real on the receiving end. NASA continues to use her technology to this day. She also developed real-time computer data systems to support satellite control centers and oversaw the creation of the NASA Landsat program that spearheaded some of the first image transmissions from space. And that is our girl, Valerie Thomas, a name you should know. Well, how is anyone going to know about it if she doesn't promote it? The woman said, Harold, that it's not, if it's not in her contract, she don't give a damn. She ain't doing it. Watch her use her son's story as oh, I could see that. V Carter. V Carter, I could see her doing shit like that. And that's the shit that I'm talking about. Everything's not to be included in your comedy sketch. Okay. That's just, did y'all see the video the other day of the black man that was doing the stand-up comedy and started talking about George Floyd, and people started walking out of the people started walking out of his set. Did y'all see that video that went viral of that the black comedian? So many times you see people, our own people, we're self-soilers. We're self-soilers. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. I'm just saying. Mo is giving My short-sightedness is going to continue to block my blessings, just like that food truck lady could not see the money in front of her, and could only see the money in front of her and not the potential to multiply her blessings. Just stupidity. I have never watched a single episode of The Parkers, so she is not as special to me. She barely funnier than Hattie. Well, then there's that. Let me think. Some of my funniest female comedians for me. One female comedian that was just drop dead hilarious to me. I would bust out like Adele Givens. It was I always loved Adele Givens as a comedian. She was just so funny to me. So fucking funny. I loved Adele Givens. She was just so funny. She's one of my favorites. She's a name that comes off the top of my head. As a black female comedian that comes off my head. I loved Cheryl Underwood in her comedy days. Loved Cheryl. Cheryl Underwood was really funny to me in her comedy days. But I love Adele Givens was somebody who for me was a must watch in terms of comedians. Oh, she way funnier than Tiffany Haddish, Jason. I don't know. I mean, I it depends on who you ask. It depends on who you ask, Harold. So I mean, comedy is subjective. So I will acknowledge, just like music, comedy is subjective. I'm not gonna even play and Monique Face on. Some people love Tiffany Haddish, so it's to each his own. I mean, some people love her. It's all subjective. Let me make sure I empty. I had Oh, in breaking news, they had that Super Bowl parade today to celebrate them people who won. I don't care. I mean, some people got shot at the parade. We don't want anybody to lose. Well, people have lost their lives, I should say. Um, and we don't want anybody to lose their lives. I hate the whole reason they were having a parade. See, had y'all not won the Super Bowl, then y'all wouldn't have to have no parade. And I'm not trying to make light or funny because people have died. Let me back it up. Let me dial that back. Let me dial that back. There was the parade celebrating the Kansas City Chiefs today. The city of Kansas City experienced a mass shooting today. The Kansas City police chief said in a meeting with media that upwards of 10 to 15 people were injured by gunfire. One is deceased. The police chief added that she did not believe any of the victims were children. Kansas City's mayor said all of the Kansas City Chiefs players, coaches, and staffers are accounted for and safe. See, that's the shit right there. First of all, why can't you just say no one else outside of those 10 are accounted for? Uh, I, I, I feel some kind of way where the first thing you want to say is, "Oh, the players are okay," because and so as long as the players are okay, we all right. I mean, I don't feel like he feels that way, but I don't know. I just feels it doesn't come off good to me that the first thing you try to tell us is that the players for and the coaches and staff for the Kansas City Chiefs is okay. All of them are safe and accounted for. I'm just saying. Am I wrong? Am I looking at that wrong? Y'all know sometimes I look at this stuff wrong. Am I looking at that wrong? I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I don't know. Anyway, as far they said that there are two suspects that are now in custody. As far as a motive for the shooting, the police chief she said that that's still unclear. And there's an investigation, of course, ongoing. Um, yeah. So listen, when you go to these types of events, you have to be head on a swivel. Head on a swivel. It's a shame that you can't go places now, like to go celebrate a raggedy ass team. Like some people want to go and do stuff like that, like celebrate raggedy ass football teams and stuff like that. And people can't go do that, without having to, have their head on a swivel, always looking around to make sure, because they're not trying to get shot and stuff like that. So thoughts and prayers to the one that's deceased. Certainly our prayers to the families and loved ones of the ones who have been injured. We are hoping that all of them can make a recovery and come through, because we don't want to see anybody else dead. The fact that there's even one person dead is an issue. Have y'all seen the video of the you know what? We're slipping. I'm sorry. Ladies and gentlemen, non-binary gender conforming members of our audience. I forgot, yes, we are dead smack in the middle of our Sugar Spike segment.
Oh God. You see, this is the part that I like.
Major Sugar Spike.
So loved the world. I want to fight. That he gave, his only begotten son.
Major Sugar Spike.
And shall ever believe.
Major Sugar Spike.
They shall not perish, but have everlasting life.
Taste the biscuit.
Jesus! I wish somebody help me.
Jesus. So we have a sugar spiky moment today. Listen, y'all. Have y'all heard the story from my great state of Florida? The sheriff deputies that shot at this man, could have killed this man, all because he thought he had got shot by the man, and it was actually an acorn that fell on him. I can't make this shit up. I cannot make this up, y'all. Hold on. Let me get the video for y'all. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Let me get the video for y'all. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Hold on. Here we go. All right. Here's the video.
Shots fired! Shots fired! Shots fired! Shots fired! You know. I'm hit! What? I'm in the car! I was shot through the car! Oh! I'm good. I feel weird, but I'm good. I'm good. I don't know. I might have hit my vest. stay inside your house. Stay inside your house.
I don't need to see no more. We done. We done. We're done here. We're done. So let me read this and give y'all some context. Let me read this and give y'all some context, okay? A Florida deputy is seen firing his weapon repeatedly at his own patrol vehicle after mistaking the sound of an acorn hitting the roof of the patrol vehicle for a muffled gunshot, according to video released alongside a sheriff's office investigation. Newly released body camera footage of the November 2023 incident shows the dramatic moments of the Okaloosa County deputy shot. The dramatic moments the Okaloosa County deputy shot at his patrol car while a handcuffed suspect was inside. Now, wait a minute. First of all, let's before we go any further, the man is fucking handcuffed. The man is in your fucking patrol car, handcuffed. Please be clear. They are going to pat you down. Make sure you have no weapons on you before they put you in the car. When they handcuff you, what do they say? I'm going to pat you down. Any weapons I need to be concerned about, anything that can poke me. You frisked him. You patted him down. He is handcuffed in the back of your fucking police car. How for, sir, magically did he turn into MacGyver or whatever the fuck he done turned into and is able to shoot you through the squad car while he's handcuffed in the back and after you have already frisked him and made sure he didn't have no weapons on him? I'm just trying to make that up before I even continue because I'm only through the second paragraph of the article, but I'm just trying to make sense of this. I'm really trying to wrap my hands around this. Abby, I don't know. Abby V. Carter, I don't know what's happening. Lemon Kush Pepper, I don't know. I'm just over here telling y'all what happened. Oh God. Quote, I'm hit. The deputy, Jesse Hernandez, can be heard yelling, though no one was shooting at him. Let me stop right there. Because we know the dog whistles that police officers have. One of the dog whistles police officers always have in their attempt to justify them killing and killing and ending someone's life. Stop resisting. That's one of their things. Stop resisting. Because once they say stop resisting, even though the person isn't resisting, and the people always say, I'm not resisting, them saying stop resisting in a court of law, that's all they need to hear, because now that, throws into the argument, oh, the person was resisting arrest. So you're just saying stop resisting, even though the person's not resisting. And now you have a whole case to justify why you murdered somebody. Let me continue reading. As he stumbled to the ground. No, ma'am, I don't want to hear your thing. Go shut up. I'm sorry. I ad played. As he stumbled to the ground, Hernandez yelled, shots fired 4 times, according to the video and an internal investigation conducted by the Okaloosa County Sheriff's Office of Professional Standards. He then opens fire on the vehicle. A sergeant with the sheriff's office also fired her weapon multiple times at the patrol vehicle, believing Hernandez was in danger, according to the report. After the sergeant asked if he was okay, Hernandez responded, I'm good. I feel weird, but I'm good, end quote. The footage shows the two have responded to a stolen vehicle at a residence near Fort Walton Beach on November 12th, 2023. I was just in Fort Walton Beach last weekend. according to the report. A woman reported that her boyfriend was refusing to return her vehicle and had been calling and texting her threats, including what appeared to be a firearm suppressor pointed at the dash of the victim's vehicle. The sheriff's office said in a news release the boyfriend was detained, searched, handcuffed, and placed in the rear of Hernandez's patrol vehicle. While approaching the vehicle to conduct another search, Hernandez told investigators that he heard what he believed to be a quote suppressed weapon off to the side, end quote, according to the report. He also said, quote, at the same time, I felt an impact on my right side, like upper torso area, end quote. He said in an interview on November 15, 2023, according to the report. Hernandez and the sergeant both fired their weapons at the patrol car until their firearms were emptied. The boyfriend was uninjured and no weapon was located. Quote, the audible sound Deputy Hernandez reported can be heard on body cam video, and witnesses also attested they heard the sound they thought could have been a muffled gunshot, end quote. That's what the sheriff's office said. During the interview, the investigators informed Hernandez that what he heard was an acorn, according to the report. Asked if what he thought he heard was actually the noise of the acorn striking the roof of the patrol vehicle, Hernandez responded, quote, I'm not going to say no, end of quote, according to the report. He went on to say, quote, what what I heard sounded what I think would be louder than an acorn hitting the roof of the car, but there's obviously an acorn hitting the roof of the car, end quote, according to the report. The investigation determined that Hernandez's use of force was not objectively reasonable. You think? He resigned during the course of the investigation on December 4th, 2023, nearly a year after joining the force, according to the sheriff's office. The sergeant's use of force was found to be objectively reasonable. And this is for the woman. The female deputy, her use of force was found to be objectively reasonable, and she was exonerated. Um, Both were cleared of any wrongdoing, according to Okaloosa County Sheriff Eric Ayton. Ayton said they, quote, understand this situation was traumatic, end quote, for the man detained in the patrol vehicle and are thankful he wasn't injured. The officer has incorporated this incident into their training. The office has incorporated this incident into their training to try to ensure nothing similar happens again. So y'all said that this was justified. No problem. They unloaded two guns into this vehicle. The man could have been dead and gone. Magically, the man ain't dead. So now it's oh, we're glad he's not dead. Oh, it was an acorn, but we thought it was a muffled gun. How? I mean, anybody want to use some, you know, I ain't gonna even say critical thinking, cognitive reasoning. Anybody want to use half a fucking brain? The man is in the fucking squad car, handcuffed. You searched him. How, sir, is he shooting at you? And even if you say, oh, I felt one shot, or I heard one shot, okay, maybe get down, maybe say, okay, let me figure out where this is coming from. Let me see what's going on. It's not boom, and I just start shooting at wherever I think it came from. That's not how you're supposed to be taught to do this. Like, I'm trying to. Here's what's also the most egregious part of it. How is this man allowed? Hold on, y'all. Sorry. How is this man allowed to resign from his position? How? He's allowed to resign, no questions asked, which means he can still get those benefits that comes from resignation. He can still go get a job at the police force the next county over. These are the people who y'all want with license to kill. People who mistake acorns falling from the roof or falling on the roof of the goddamn squad car first as bullets and then thinking that the man handcuffed in the back of the squad car who you searched is the person that's firing the bullets. I'm just trying to make sure these are the people who y'all want out here fighting crime. These are the people y'all want. Like, make it make any kind. It doesn't. And then the racist ass sheriff says, "Oh yes, nothing to see here. They're exonerated, fully exonerated. Nothing to see here." Oh, by the way, we're so happy that the man is still alive. The man is on record saying he didn't know what was happening. He just laid on his side and prayed to God because he knew he was gonna die, and he's happy he's not dead. A mess, just a goddamn mess, just a damn mess, a whole damn mess. Stephen A. Smith says that Megyn Kelly is not racist after her Twitter rant. Megyn Kelly went on a Twitter rant after the Super Bowl saying that the Black national anthem doesn't belong in the Super Bowl. We already have let me get this correct. Quote, lift every voice and sing does not belong at the Super Bowl. We already have a national anthem and it includes everyone. And she tweeted that out after Andra Day sang lift every voice and sing. She said, yeah, that does not belong in the Super Bowl. We already have a national anthem and it includes everyone. Stephen A. Smith put on his Sambo slippers and started shucking and jiving for everybody. And then went on to say on his radio show, the Stephen A. Smith show, I don't know Megyn Kelly at all, okay? I don't find her statement to be racist. He went on to say, I find it to be, in her eyes, patriotic. I find it to be, in her eyes, self-righteous. I find her to be a bit detached from reality, being faced by Black Americans everywhere. I got that part, but I can't go in the way that I wanted to go in about her when people are out there from my community just throwing the word racist, throwing out the word racist. You don't know that about her. I'm sick and tired of folks out there, particularly in the Black community, being so quick to throw out the word racism. When you throw out the word racism, do me a favor, have more evidence before you do it so it can be dismissed via plausible deniability or something else. So it can't be dismissed, via plausible deniability and something else. He went on to say, Megyn Kelly, if you're watching, you're listening. I don't like what you said at all. I think it comes across highly insensitive. And then he went on to add that he has profound respect for her. Oh, I should also add that, sir, you telling us that we need evidence that Miss Kelly is racist? You forgot this is the same woman that went screaming from the rooftops, lost her mind, that a fictional character in the form of Santa Claus is white and people should get over it because Santa Claus is white, get over it, and then chase that by saying Jesus is white as well, so you should get over it and stop trying to make them Black. That's the Megyn Kelly you over here windmilling for? I'm just trying to make sure. Is that the Megyn Kelly that you're windmilling for? The one who had issues with a fictional character, Santa Claus, being Black and saying that Santa Claus is white and chased that with Jesus is white. Get over it. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, Jesus ain't white. Shucking and jiving. You, Abby, you know, about once a month, sometimes twice a month, that young man Stephen A. Smith got to put on his Sambo slippers and start shucking and jiving for the people. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Let's be clear. He been shucking and jiving for some years now. We see you, Stephen A., for who you are. An elementary school in Miami-Dade, my county of teaching for umpteen years, the county that educated me. Now they have to put out during Black History Month permission slips to go to book fairs, to listen to Black authors, and the permission slips have to say, quote, students will participate and listen to a book written by an African American, end of quote. And that has to be placed on the permission slip so that a child in elementary school can go to a book fair where there'll be an African American author there. Just telling you how this, that's during Black History Month if you need us. Because of y'all's governor death sentence, outlawing every book about Black people. Now that has to be done. I'm just putting it out there. Just look, just in case you wanted to know. Oh, this will be my last sugar spike moment of the day. State representative. Oh yeah, Yana. Where's my good girl, Yana? Yana, my love. Yana, my girl. Come to the front, Yana. Come to the front, Yana, because you're gonna love this. This comes from your great state of Kentucky, Yana. State Representative Jennifer Decker made the claim while pushing a bill to end diversity, equity, and inclusion for college campuses. She made the claim that her dad was a white slave, and she said this to the NAACP. Let me read this to you. A Kentucky Republican politician made an audacious claim on the first day of Black History Month, according to a local report. She made the claim that her white father was a slave. State Representative Jennifer Decker made the comments first reported to the Louisville Courier Journal while speaking to a local chapter of the NAACP on February 1st about why she'd introduced a bill seeking to eliminate diversity, equity, and inclusion initiatives at public colleges and universities, which she has said makes schools, quote, more divided, more expensive, and more tolerant. I'm sorry, more divided, more expensive, and less tolerant, excuse me, end quote. According to an audio recording of the meeting obtained by the Courier Journal during the Q&A portion of the event, an audience member asked Decker if her family played any role in the slave trade. She said, quote, my father was born on a dirt farm in Lincoln County. His mother was the illegitimate daughter of a very prominent person who then was kind enough to allow them to work for him as slaves. So if you're asking, did we own slaves? My father was a slave just to um just to a white man, and he was white. End of quote. When a Courier Journal columnist tracked Decker down to ask what she could have possibly meant, given that white people were not, in fact, subject to the chattel slavery that millions of Black people endured on American soil for more than 240 years, she tried to brush off the reporter before seemingly walking back her original comments. Quote, irrelevant, end quote. She initially told the reporter about her initial comments, adding, quote, my father's past poverty is a great equalizer, end of quote. Really? When the reporter persisted, Decker explained that her father, a preacher born around 1933, 68 years after slavery was outlawed, was born into poverty and worked for free with his family on the property they lived on. She State Representative Decker eventually conceded that she probably overstated. And she said, quote, was I saying that it was kidnapping and abuse the same? Was I saying that it was kidnapping and abuse the same as the slaves? No, end quote. Ma'am, you ain't even making sense no more now. Ma'am, go to hell. Go straight to hell. Die slowly. Because you thought you had did your big one, trying to make it a point to say my daddy was a slave. Really, ma'am? Your daddy back in 1933? Because last time I checked, slavery had ended 68 years before that. Your white ass daddy was a slave in these yet to be United States of America. Really, really. Oh yeah, because that's what you say to members of the NAACP on day one of Black History Month. Those are the things that you say when you're a white ass Republican descended from the Caucasus Mountains in the great state of Kentucky. Y'all say she is sick and tired of the people descended from the Caucasus Mountains. We are. Your niece made it safely back to New York. Good. That's good to hear, Tracy. We was praying for her. Child, just a minute. I got to get out of here, y'all. I got to go handle some business. Listen, put some shondos in the chat. Hey, lovely 31 Blueprint. Listen, put some shondos in the chat for me, y'all. I'm about to get out of here. I got some things to go handle, some errands to run. Happy Valentine's Day to each and every one of you all. Wanted to make sure I went live today to tell each and every one of you I love you. We even love Monique and Beyonce. Let me stop lying. I ain't like Monique who said, oh, I love everybody. I don't have a problem with Beyonce. Let's be clear. She got about 5 songs that I can listen to. Monique, on the other hand, I don't have it to do with her. I love all y'all members of the Beehive that are over here. Y'all know I love y'all, even though y'all be windmilling us and kicking us in the throat anytime we say something about Beyond Skank. Anyway, shout out to all of us that's finna be home tonight, having us a glass of wine and listening to slow jams from the 80s and 90s. That's what I'm doing tonight. Tonight is I'm finna sit down with this good glass of wine and listen to me some good slow jams from the 80s and 90s. I'll be listening to some Shirley Murdoch. I'll be listening to some Mickey Howard, Lisa Stansfield. I'll be listening to some old school Jennifer Holiday. I'll be listening to Anita, Patty. You know, all my old 80s and 90s queens. They finna sing me. I will listen to some Usher. I'll listen to my favorite Usher song tonight. Can you help me? Love that song. But yeah, we listening to slow grooves, slow jams today, sipping on some wine and saying fuck you to all you hoes that got Valentine's out there. Right. Anyway, y'all, let me go run some errands. Hopefully, my goal is to be home by 9 o'clock. I hope to be home by 9 o'clock. God help me. You got your wine right now? Listen, what y'all drinking? Put in the chat what y'all drinking on tonight. As we get now, put in the chat what y'all drinking on tonight. We do love us, y'all, and we love us some us. We love us some us. Listen, y'all, as I always say, I love y'all. I love on y'all. Thank you all for being vocal, present, and active. Thank you for doing what you do. Thank you for any and all contributions that you make to the channel. They're much obliged. They're much appreciated. Y'all could have been a whole lot of places, but y'all were here with me, windmilling with me about Beyonce. And y'all know I really love when y'all know I really love when y'all be windmilling with me. So um we could we do a big over here. Anyway, let me send y'all over to my sis. I believe she just went live. Did really be just go live? Or she been live? Hold on. Oh, she just went live. Okay. So I'm about to send y'all over there to my sis. Y'all hold on 1 second while I send y'all over to really be. All right, there we go. That's all I got for y'all. That's all I got for y'all. Until next time, thank y'all for coming. Y'all drive safely. We out. Y'all hold tight. I'm gonna send y'all over there.